Chapter 4. Underground Resistance. Maya's fingers danced across the keyboard, her eyes narrowed in concentration as she navigated the intricate network of Neo-Tokyo's digital underbelly. Alongside Finn, her trusted partner in crime, she had uncovered the first tantalizing clues leading to Dr. Emerson's hidden emotion vault. But now, they needed to take their investigation to the next level. "The resistance movement is our best chance at getting inside that lab," Finn said, his brow furrowed. "They've been monitoring Emerson's operations for years, gathering intel and planning raids. If anyone can help us pull off this heist, it's them." Maya nodded, her mind racing. "Then we need to make contact. But we have to be careful. One wrong move, and we could end up on Emerson's hit list." She paused, a glimmer of determination in her eyes. "No more playing it safe. This is our shot at taking down the whole rotten system." The pair made their way through the neon-soaked back alleys of Neo-Tokyo, dodging the ever-watchful gaze of surveillance drones and security patrols. Maya's heart pounded as they approached a dilapidated warehouse, the only outward sign of the Resistance's secret headquarters. Finn knocked on the door in a coded pattern, and after a tense moment, it creaked open to reveal a burly, tattooed figure. "You've got some nerve showing your faces here," the man growled, sizing them up. Maya took a step forward, unwavering. "We have information about Emerson's emotion vault. We need to speak with your leaders. This could be the break you've been waiting for." The guard's expression softened slightly, and he ushered them inside, locking the door behind them. The warehouse was a hive of activity, with technicians hunched over computer terminals and operatives planning their next move. Maya felt a surge of adrenaline. This was where the real work was being done. A tall, imposing figure emerged from the shadows, his eyes narrowing as he approached. "I'm Marcos, the leader of this resistance. You two have some explaining to do." Maya took a deep breath and launched into her tale, recounting their discoveries about the hidden emotion vault and Dr. Emerson's sinister plot to control the city's emotional landscape. Finn chimed in with technical details, outlining the vulnerabilities they had uncovered in Emerson's security systems. Marcos listened intently, his expression unreadable. Finally, he nodded, a glimmer of hope in his eyes. "If what you're saying is true, then we have a chance to strike a major blow against Emerson's empire. But you'll need to prove your loyalty first." Maya steeled herself, ready to face whatever challenge lay ahead. "Name it. We're in this for the long haul." Marcos gestured to a young woman standing nearby. "Alina will take you to our armory. You'll need to be properly equipped if you're going to infiltrate Emerson's lab." As Maya and Finn followed Alina, Maya couldn't help but feel a sense of apprehension. The resistance was their best hope, but she knew that trust had to be earned and that the consequences of failure could be devastating. In the armory, Alina surveyed their gear with a critical eye. "You'll need to choose your weapons carefully. Emerson's security is no joke." She paused, studying them intently. "Are you sure you're ready for this?" Maya glanced at Finn, their eyes meeting with a silent understanding. "We have to be. Too much is at stake." Alina nodded, handing them an array of high-tech gadgets and firearms. "Then let's get to work. The revolution starts now." As they armed themselves, Maya couldn't help but feel a mixture of trepidation and determination. The path ahead was fraught with danger, but the promise of bringing down Emerson's empire and restoring emotional balance to Neo-Tokyo was too tempting to ignore. With their new gear in hand, Maya and Finn rejoined Marcos, who laid out the details of their mission. "Emerson's main laboratory is heavily fortified, but we've identified a potential entry point. You'll need to navigate a maze of security measures and emotional traps to reach the central vault." Maya's mind raced, processing the information. "What kind of emotional traps are we talking about?" Marcos grimaced. "Emerson has developed a system that can manipulate human emotions, using them against his enemies. We've lost good people to those traps." Finn's eyes widened. "So we're not just facing armed guards, we're dealing with advanced psychological warfare. This is going to be a challenge." "That's why we need your expertise," Marcos said, leveling his gaze at the pair. "You two are our best chance at pulling this off. Are you in?" Maya shared a determined look with Finn, then turned to Marcos. "We're in. Let's take down Emerson once and for all." The planning stage was intense, with the resistance operatives meticulously mapping out the lab's security systems and devising strategies to neutralize the emotional traps. Maya and Finn contributed their technical know-how, working alongside the Resistance's top hackers to identify vulnerabilities and devise countermeasures. As the mission drew closer, Maya found herself grappling with a growing sense of unease. The stakes had never been higher, and she couldn't shake the feeling that Emerson was several steps ahead of them. What if their plan wasn't enough? The night before the infiltration, Maya found herself unable to sleep. She wandered the dimly lit halls of the Resistance's headquarters, her mind racing. That's when she stumbled upon Nora, her estranged sister, engrossed in a hushed conversation with one of the Resistance leaders. Maya froze, her heart pounding. What was Nora doing here? Had she betrayed them? Before she could react, Nora turned and their eyes met, a flicker of recognition passing between them. Maya, Nora breathed, her voice laced with a mixture of surprise and guilt. I didn't expect to see you here. Maya's instinct was to lash out, to demand answers, but something in Nora's demeanor gave her pause. The woman before her was a far cry from the cold, emotionally distant sister she had known. There was a vulnerability, a sense of unease that Maya had never seen in her before. "What are you doing here, Nora?" Maya asked, her voice low and cautious. Nora glanced at the Resistance leader, who nodded and quietly slipped away, leaving the sisters alone. I've been investigating the emotion trade. Ever since that auction, I've been questioning everything I believed in. Maya felt a surge of conflicting emotions: anger, curiosity, even a glimmer of hope. "So you know the truth, then, about Emerson and his crimes?" Nora nodded, her gaze downcast. "I do, and I want to help stop him. I can't just stand by and let this continue." Maya studied her sister, searching for any sign of deception. After a long moment, she sighed, the tension in her shoulders easing slightly. "All right, but if you betray us, I won't hesitate to stop you." Nora met her gaze, a newfound determination etched on her features. "I won't, I promise." With Nora's unexpected addition to their team, the Resistance's plan took on a new level of complexity. Maya and Finn were wary of trusting the former emotion collector, but Nora's intimate knowledge of the high society elite proved invaluable in navigating the intricate security measures of Emerson's lab. As the day of the infiltration dawned, Maya took a deep breath, steeling herself for the challenges ahead. Finn squeezed her shoulder, offering a reassuring nod. "We've got this, Maya. Together." Maya nodded, her gaze sweeping across the assembled Resistance fighters, Nora included. "Let's go show Emerson what we're made of." The team moved with precision, slipping past security checkpoints and evading the watchful gaze of Emerson's surveillance network. Maya's heart pounded as they approached the heavily fortified laboratory, the air thick with tension. "All right, team," Marcos called out, his voice low and steady. "Remember the plan. Stay focused, watch each other's backs, and don't let Emerson's tricks throw you off. We're going to take this place down, piece by piece." As they breached the lab's security perimeter, Maya felt a surge of adrenaline. This was it, the moment of truth. With Nora and Finn at her side, she plunged into the unknown, determined to dismantle Emerson's empire and restore the emotional balance to Neo-Tokyo once and for all.